Hey Liz, hey sorry. Welcome to the stream. Sorry, it's very impromptu. I was not planning on doing anything today, and then I went and did it. How's everybody doing today? All right, I think we're good. I think I have everything set up. It's been a rush, but we are here. We are ready to go. We are back in Cedarbrook Park Zoo, unable to record stuff with NVIDIA Shadowplay, which seems to be a regular thing. I'm happy that I can help you in avoiding your procrastination. It is very hot outside, Liz. I actually just let my dog outside, and she decided that she wanted to sit on the pavement for a little bit. Man, I thought I figured this out, and I guess I didn't. All right, okay, cool. We're good. Welcome to Down Under. For those who are not aware, we've been working on the dingo habitat, and it's a tad dark, so we'll kind of speed it up a little bit. But this is our dingo habitat. I gotta say, it's probably one of my favorite habitats that I've built to date. I think there's a lot happening here, and I'm super happy with everything that kind of came together. So huge thanks to everybody in the community that helped to kind of create this. Don't think we would have been able to do it without you. I definitely leaned hard on that Aussie decor, but honestly, Liz, after watching your stream yesterday, it really kind of got me thinking about it, and I came back in and I made some changes. So thank you so much for just having that where we could just kind of hang out. It was really cool. I'm really happy with everything. So thank you so much for doing that. It was exactly the kick in the pants I needed to start getting this going. When I was building this, I spent like 10 minutes looking for Barnyard DLC before I totally forgot that I need to research it because I'm in franchise mode. But this is the exterior that I kind of put together for our dingo habitat. I'm kind of happy with how this all came together. It's like the first time I've used an actual barrier the way it's meant to be used. Like I've used glass barriers. I think everybody's used that before. I've never really utilized these barriers a whole lot. Not ever since I kind of got better at building in Planet Zoo and stuff like that. So, but this is the exterior run. Not a whole lot of changes in elevation and stuff like that. But I think that's besides the point. It's today it's all about just getting all of this extra detailing work completed. They better be happy at this point. We've had to invest so much extra into creating this habitat. Hey, Wowie, thanks for joining the stream. I'm borrowing something from your and Jean's last video. I just want you guys to know that. I thought that video was amazing. I just want to say that that was a fantastic video to watch. I thought it was amazing. I don't think I've ever actually done a stream on a weekday. I'm on vacation right now, actually, so it kind of worked out. Outdoor dingo. Ta-da! I'm waving my hands to say ta-da, but obviously you can't see that. But ta-da, we have an outdoor dingo habitat. It's an indoor-outdoor hybrid habitat. I feel like my ta-da would have been better if you could actually see my hands. Ta-da! You know? Very much so, jazz hands. So, while we're all talking about jazz hands and everything that's kind of participating or going into that, so I have a few thoughts. So, obviously, Down Under is not the only section of our Australia portion of Cedarbrook Zoo. And I really want to kind of tack on another habitat. And I'm thinking, I don't know what I'm thinking actually. This is my brain, this is my thought process. Kind of want habitat that can kind of just fit in there really well. But we've kind of done the majority of stuff because we have our Oceania section, we have our Australia section, so we may not be able to fit anything else here. But I want one more habitat, maybe the emu. because then I can kind of like I can do a barn that kind of sections off right here, so it'll close off this blank space and we can have it kind of wrap around. So it'll go from like our dingo habitat right into our emu habitat, and then kind of just peter out from there. That'll be the end of the Australia section, and then on the other side we can kind of put something else over here. But that's the idea anyway. Emu is classic, so you can't go wrong, really. But I guess before we get to that, we need to kind of need to spruce this all up a little bit. Pathing at its finest. Well, that kind of looks a little janky. All right, so things set up correctly, I think. What did I do here? So anyway, the weekend is readily approaching. So what's everybody's plan for this weekend? Anybody doing anything fun, exciting? That makes sense. Honestly, Alfred, it's been a weekend. It's been the weekend the entire time. But I guess like this will be probably. I won't be around this weekend. I'm traveling, so heading out for a little bit. If you didn't have anything to look forward to, such as the weekend, would you really want to work and stuff like that? Probably not. I feel like the weekend is what keeps everybody ticking, you know? Hey, Birdie, thanks for coming to lurk. Always appreciated. Why did I have these bending outwards? Seems like kind of a weird design choice. So I'm heading to the U.S. on Thursday, and we're going to a zoo. I finally convinced my wife to let me go to a zoo, which the fact that I have to convince my wife to let me go to a zoo is kind of concerning. But we are going to a beer fest / zoo. It's an after hours one, so kind of get there after 5, and it's like 21 and up only. It's going to be beer, food, and animals. There's going to be some. And then we kind of splurged a little bit for the VIP option. So it's kind of, we get a on hands experience behind the scenes with some animals. So I'm really looking forward to that. No idea what's going to be there, but I think just the act of being able to go and see a zoo is something I haven't been to in a while. That's a great question. The zoo I'm going to is the Rosamond Gifford Zoo in Syracuse. Yeah, neither did I. It's a smaller zoo. I think I've talked about like roadside zoos before, and like I've always wanted to. I don't want to participate. I don't want to add anything to that entire process. So I've been super cautious about like going to particular zoos. So they are part of they are accredited, which is I think the most important thing that I was more worried about. How could I ever go to a zoo and not take photos? It's like just like that's like not possible. But yeah, no, 100%. Gonna take lots of photos. Hopefully, you'll get some on like up and close photos of some animals. Again, no idea what we're gonna be working with, but I'm really excited about it. Oh, sand sedge, the buffalo grass of Australia. You might hear some snoring shortly. I've been joined by my partner in crime, Luna. She's taking a nap right next to me right now. So if you hear some loud, if you hear some loud snoring, please do not judge. Hey, Blob. Welcome to the stream. What else was I gonna say? We started planning a trip to, of all places, Disney World. I'm really excited to go to the Animal Kingdom. Get some cool photos over there. So lots of things in the works. I'm good. How are you, Blob? I feel like we're. I agree. It's weather has been a huge issue lately. I'm happy. I'm happy that I could provide some Planet Zoo absolution in the background for you. How hot is it in the UK right now? We're currently sitting at 28 Celsius. Yeah, so it's about the same. Damn. I don't envy like I can't handle the heat. I don't know what it is. It's too hot sometimes. Hey, Primal. Hey, Lynn. So what you're telling me, Lynn, is that during the summer I need to go visit Norway. Okay, that doesn't look half bad. Acts as like a sun barrier. I am just detailing the house at this point. Although, if you missed it, I watched Wowie and Jean's amazing video on their new zoo that the collab zoo that they're working on, and I really wanted to emulate something that I saw. So today I was hoping to work on some of that as well, because we got the interior to detail and we have the exterior to detail as well. Expect a video, expect the final habitat build to come through, and then there'll probably be a week of detailing and stuff like that. But I hate how this looks. Like, I absolutely hate how this looks. And then I saw Jean and Wowie's video, and it made me want to do something super amazing. So that's the other thing I wanted to do today, which is I wanted to do something on this like giant empty space. We're gonna put a washroom. I'm gonna put a washroom right here. Found some. My Pinterest is now full of washroom architecture, which is really concerning. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. So we're gonna work on that. But our habitat house is definitely coming together. So yeah, short answer. Yeah, today it's all about the detailing. Everybody in the community really helped to get this zoo going. That regular issue you have when you have so many pieces stacked on top of each other, you can never get the right piece. So I think after we're done this habitat house, not that I think, I know, we're heading back to Iguazu. And really, like, Iguazu is just going to be more of just kind of like cleaning that up and finishing off a lot of the stuff. Because I think we've left a lot undone in that zoo. Not that Iguazu is anywhere completed, far from it. But wanted to change a pace, and you know what? Cedarbrook Zoo did it for me. Kind of gave me a nice little break. Hey, Marie. Hey, Starship. Thank you so much. I really appreciate this. It's I'm not going to take all the credit for it because we have an awesome community that really helped to bring all of this together. Would not have been able to do it without them. Just kind of helping out. So that means a lot to me. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much. That means a lot. We're working on the our dingo habitat. Well, not so much the dingo habitat as it's now detailing because our dingo habitat's done. But what I can do is I'll give you guys all a quick screen, like a quick view of what that looks like. Okay, now that we kind of got the those runners out of the way, this is my keyboard's not working. There we go. This is our dingo habitat. Welcome. I don't have a name for it. Do not have a name for it yet. So if anybody has a name that we would maybe want to call this dingo habitat, by all means. But this is what it looks like. So we'll peek through the glass anyway. Going with a very rugged looking habitat. Huge shout out to a few people that really helped me to bring this all together. I think right off the top is Blob. I think Blob, your foliage work and just watching you and your streams on like placing down foliage has really kind of changed how I place down my foliage. And I think I want to say this is like the best I've ever done from a foliage perspective. We have like a nice little man-made river running through a portion of it. This is going to act as our water source. Lots of food dishes everywhere, and then I love seeing like little stumps that are kind of preventing dingoes from escaping out of like climbing on certain apparatus, like certain features. So we've placed like stumps everywhere to kind of like break them off. And then you can kind of see lots of Australian architecture has gone into this build to bring it all together. And I think barring a few, I think this is from Africa. Most of this is actually from the Australian pack, and the faux rocks, of course. And then this over here, the African tent. But otherwise, like everything is strictly from the Australian theme pack, which I thought was really cool. We have our little den, which I saw this actually from, I was looking up photos for dingo habitats, and this is a dingo, I don't want to say Taronga Zoo in Australia, but it might be. But they had this really cool den built into a mountain, like into a hill. So obviously can't do that because can't really work with terrain the same way. So thanks to Sparrow and Ozzy, who gave me the idea of utilizing some bark pieces. So it's all the bark pieces, and then I've flipped them upside down every now and then. So like every other row is flipped upside down to kind of give it that more like dirty look, like dirt look. And then place a bunch of foliage on top of it, and we kind of have a little like a man-made den, which I thought was really cool. But yeah, so this is our dingo habitat. We interestingly enough, I think at the end of near the end of the build, I put the dingoes in the habitat. Turned out that they were not large enough to sustain the dingoes. So then we had to tack on this exterior spot, which is probably the fastest I've ever built something in Planet Zoo, because I was so frustrated yesterday when I did this. But this is the exterior of our habitat, which kind of like balances it out, kind of gives it a little bit of a nice like indoor outdoor habitat feel. But yeah, so that is Down Under. We're pretty much complete. I think there's just a few other smaller things that we have to do. I want to get some banners that I want to place down, and the other thing actually, there's one other thing I wanted to do, and let's see if I can find it. I'm gonna head to Pinterest for this. I want to create a meeting spot for a tour, but I don't know how to make it look really cool. So I want to put the meeting spot on the center of the continent. God, that's a word that I'm struggling with today for some reason. So the idea behind it is if you're coming into this habitat house for a tour, you can meet up here, and then you'll have a walking guide that will go all the way around, and we can kind of tour the four different habitats. And I felt that this would be the coolest place to start off. More so because if you look on the one side, we have like kind of this like secluded little bench, and then like a sound barrier that's going to prevent it. So people over here, when they're talking about the tour, you're not going to upset the guests on the other side. So anyway, that's the idea. Whether or not we can make this work, I guess we can try to build it right now. I don't think I've ever actually worked with the tours before. So then I guess we would place, makes sense. So we'll do a tour right there. Do another one right there. There we go. That was easy. How is this not accessible? There is a path there, right? Yeah, I don't know. Okay, well, that is the idea, anyway, for the tour. My escape key doesn't work for some reason. So anyway, that's what's going to happen. So we're going to tour, meet up here, and then to kind of add a little bit of flair to this. It's going to get really annoying really fast when your escape button doesn't work. Well, it's not going to quite fit, but I think we can forgive. We can forgive that. Now let me know, is this crazy? Like, was this a bad idea? So if I can't get this to work, I'm going to be really upset. I might have to restart my game shortly. Sorry, folks. I can't. Half the keys on my keyboard aren't working anymore. Oh, you know what? That doesn't look half bad. It's kind of like a central meeting point for a tour. I think it works really well. Oh, I think my escape key is working again. Moving up in the world. And then Liz, if you're still watching, you encouraged me to create this. This is what I created this the other day. Why it matters, climate change is real. It was originally for the platypus. We're gonna have to make a few for the dingo, but that's what we're working on. Hey, Socks, welcome to the stream. We are working on kind of beautifying or improving our dingo habitat and the rest of our house, because our house is it's coming along. But yeah, thank you so much, Liz. Like, again, watching your stream and seeing those photos or the educational content that you uploaded for the challenge build really helped to inspire me. And then the idea with these educational signs is that we're going to have 9 hanging around the building, and they're all going to be numbered. So we have 4 up already, just all in kind of like strategic places. We have like 1, 2, 3, 4. The numbers kind of obviously are no rhyme or reason, but you know, like as a child, when I was going to the zoo, I always loved these scavenger hunts. And I think this would be a perfect example of it, running around and looking for all these educational signs and seeing the numbers and like kind of following that trail as a child would really kind of encourage me to go and do something like that. So that was the idea behind creating those. And this is actually the first sign thing that I made myself. That I'm actually really, I think everybody's made sign things before, but this one was, I'm kind of happy about this. Now, does that mean that we're not going to utilize Lion sign pack? No. It's like the most iconic thing that you need in your zoo. And then there's one other thing that I have yet to start on. We're not going to start it today, but I'm going to place it down because if I don't, I'm going to forget about doing it. So the idea behind this, have you ever, like when you go to a zoo and you see these exhibit boxes, they're really cool, except that they're not 4 meters by 4 meters by 4 meters. Like it just doesn't, they don't work that way. So the idea behind this is it'll challenge me to try something different. I really wanna kind of stretch myself. Socks, you know what? It's not. I'm totally with you with with what you're saying, because when I first started my builds, they were pretty rough, and part of the allure of kind of improving was to just challenge myself to do better. It took me a long time to get here though, but I'm nowhere near as talented as some of the folks who are in the stream today. Sorry, I saw Sorry here earlier. He's very talented when it comes to some of his builds. And then Liz, we have Lynn. So a lot of really cool people. So if you have any questions, now's the place to ask. Now's the time to ask. Wow, Blob is just as talented. So I'm sorry I missed you. I'm going by I'm going by the seat of my pants here. You should totally check out Blob. He some of his work is just outstanding. But thank you, that means a lot. Okay, so here's the hard part. If we were to stick with something like this, and you can go ahead and tell me that we have one of our geckos kind of just sticking to the wall here. There we go. How much room did I cut off? Well, we cut off some. Maybe we can cut off a little bit more. Hang on. So this is where I kind of can't wait for Planet Coaster 2 to come in, because they have the scaling feature that they're introducing. That actually low-key looks correct. If I could request a pack from Planet Zoo, what do you think? You would it's a good question. So this is me speaking, and I'm sure that it's not going to be the popular opinion here. I feel, only because I'm building in it right now, South America is criminally underrated when it comes to animals. There's just not a lot there. So I would love to see like a pack for South America, but focus more on modern day tech architecture as well. So like when I think of South America, like, and I realize that the pieces exist right now, but it would be really nice to kind of get some really cool Spanish era pieces and like the colors associated with it, and bringing that into the game. I think that would be really cool, being able to see more of that. That like legit, I don't want to toot my own horn when I say this, but this actually looks like it belongs. We don't have too many rocks sticking out of the side, at least. So I would love to see another South America pack, personally. Thanks for agreeing with me, Blum. Thanks, Lynn. This is the first time I've ever done something like this. But I hate how large these boxes get. Temperate and grassland. Well, I guess we can fit desert too. Yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna make this work. Doesn't look that bad though. A lot of people would agree with you from an avian pack perspective. A lot of people want avians, like actual flying mechanics, introduced. But I saw Leaf post some photos of like legit like new changes with modding capabilities in Planet Zoo, which is why I'm kind of, as bad as it sounds, I'm actually looking forward to the end of Planet Zoo development, more so because then the mods can really flourish and they can start to kind of like track down on it. It's kind of like Fallout London. I don't know if anybody's following Fallout London, but they finally released Fallout London, but it released to a bunch of bugs, and I don't think it's Fallout London's fault, like the modders that put it all together. I don't think it's their fault. Bethesda released an update in preparation for like the next gen content, or like a next gen update essentially. And it definitely did a piece on, like, it broke Fallout, that update, and I think because of the way they released it and stuff like that, it kind of really affected it. So it's no different. Like, once production stops and development stops on Planet Zoo, that's when you're going to see a bunch of really cool mods come out that will fill those gaps, because there are a lot of gaps in Planet Zoo. kind of feel weird having only one exhibit box in this entire building, but it was the only place I could really fit it. Maybe we can, maybe I'll like rip something out later, revisit it. Maybe we'll put one like in here, kind of have like a, oh, actually, you know, that would be a really good idea. If we could place a stand, like an exhibit box here, but then like wouldn't really be able to access it. You'd have to view it from like all the way down here. But it's definitely a thought. And then Liz, I'm definitely going to borrow your idea that you had with all the various wood beams and stuff like that to create that backdrop for that wall. I think I'm going to borrow that idea. I thought that was fantastic. Again, amazing builders. Because if I were to do my, like, let's take a quick, because we would need some like long pieces on this side. It kind of looks something like that. I think that's what we're going to go with for this side. But that's going to probably be something that I'll work on next week in the downtime. Because as it stands, the majority of this habitat is pretty much complete. Just lots of small minor detailing on the inside. We have our exterior, double barriered. All right, let's... Thanks. I really appreciate that. So let's try to make... Actually, I think a lot of us have pets. My current pet is sleeping peacefully right next to me right now. You might have heard her snore at one point. Honestly, no, I've never actually thought of that. My pet is very much an indoor dog. I feel like it would be a really cool challenge though. All right, so this worked out well. If this worked out the way I wanted it to, let's find out. Ferrets are definitely a interesting pet. I've seen some pretty funny videos of ferrets, that's for sure. I had a friend who had a chinchilla once. It's probably the most what's the word I'm looking for? Exotic pet I've ever seen. That actually looks pretty cool. not a bad idea. I think that kind of turned out really well. I actually think it's a fantastic idea. I was toying with the idea of doing a building that was gonna kind of. I wanted to like pay respect to like the Sydney Opera House, like with those like tall swooping angles, like almost like sails. Oh, hang on, guys. I'll be right back. I think that looks fantastic. Which, at the end of the day, when you play Planet Zoo, that's all that really matters, whether or not you like it. Okay, so we come in through our front entrance. We have our washroom. We have some exit signs pointing us to the exit. We have our wombat. Are they in here? I don't think they are. They are. They're sleeping. Alright, we'll unpause. See how the game runs. A bit of a we have our platypus. We have our koala. So all the animals are in the habitat house. They look like they're functional. Everything is going okay. Take a look at some guest needs. Not very happy. They are all super hungry, super thirsty. Toilet, we're okay. Education, doing okay. No species. Oh, okay. Dingo. This will be the platypus. This will be the wombat, and we got our koalas last. Oh, you know what? Hang on. We will end it right there. And we'll do a third spawn. That truly is a rare event, isn't it? Speak of that, look at that. Just kind of coming down finally. I'm told that I'm very lucky in the sense that I got the koalas to actually climb around in their habitat. Gotta say though, he's quite the adorable little creature. Our tour is operational, so we're good for that. We got our platypus, they're swimming around. And then lastly, we have our dingoes. Patiently waiting on our rustic theme. Where are our dingoes? Oh, there they are. The only sad thing, the only sad part I have about this, this dingo habitat is barely large enough for two of them. You know, I think I've actually never seen koalas in real life. Or I don't think the Toronto Zoo has koalas. I'm literally looking this up as we speak. Yeah, they don't have any koalas. They have the redneck wallaby and the western gray kangaroo. They have the wombat, the echidna, a few other fish, some avian species, and that's about it. So yeah, Toronto Zoo doesn't even have the koala. So I'm always jealous when people talk about the koala because it's the one thing it's the one animal I would love to see, and I have yet to actually see one. I like how it kind of worked out that we have the four corners of Australia, kind of taking up all the space here. That actually does really sound really cool. The Toronto Zoo, for all of its amazing features, the Australian section is criminally underrepresented. They have like even if you were to look at the zoo map, they have a lot of space dedicated to a lot of species, and then the Australian section is like really small. Weirdly enough, the Canadian domain section is really large as well, which blows my mind that we have an amazing zoo. Don't get me wrong, a truly amazing zoo, but it's Canada. I'm pretty sure everybody knows. Like, I'm pretty sure we're all very comfortable with the animals in Canada. So I find it really funny. I think we're mostly complete. I kind of like how they're actually reading the education sign. I thought that was a pretty cool little tidbit. I'm kind of happy with this. By no means is it complete. I think we still have a lot of work left. But the fact that people can kind of come over here and see the dingoes and their outdoor habitat. Blob, thank you for reminding everybody that there are some really cool features associated with the barriers. Oh, we have a protester? Where are the protesters? Why are you protesting our meerkats? I feel like they're all really happy. Oh, they're protesting our... Oh, okay. It might have been my fault. Still have some work to do here. Definitely going to take a look at what Lizzie did, because amazing build overall. And I think maybe we'll have to do something. Maybe we'll set up some more of these like little kind of like short areas. Why are you struggling on this path? All right, I think we're good. Might have just kicked everybody out of this section of the zoo, but I think that's it. I think we are in a position that we probably say we're almost complete, which means probably going to end the stream here while I go get packed for my trip and stuff like that. But expect to see this speed build of the, or not the speed build, but rather the episode of the dingo habitat. We're going to be a little late, I think. We're probably going to be a day or two late, but it's coming. It's going to be there. You're going to see it. I also need to record an update on our community zoo project. So, before we part ways today, before we say goodbye, let's take a look. I'm really curious to see what the community zoo looks like right now. So I haven't looked at our community zoo, and for those who don't know what the community zoo is, the community zoo is it's a combined effort amongst everybody within our community that that's all about Planet Zoo, creating a habitat together and stuff like that. So let's go take a quick look at that. Very curious to see how this runs on. See how this runs. I'm worried that my computer is going to get to the point that we're not going to be able to support this. I figured you would come really fast, Alfred, to see this. I realized as soon as I said it, I was like, oh, it was like the connotation associated with this, the phrasing. So I still have to do a full tour. So we're going to take a quick look, though, at our Community Zoo project. Now, for everybody who's here who's not part of our community, if you want to participate in the Community Zoo program, all you have to do is come over to our Discord, hang out with us, and sign up. Simple as that. We have slots. I think all of our spots are currently fulfilled, but we're opening them up in batches so that people aren't like applying to a spot that's like 6 months from now, because nobody wants to do that. But what it is, you guys just kind of come, build your own habitat with your animals, and then you share it with the next person. And then every now and then we'll do a quick tour. Yeah, I think this, I can hear my computer spooling up right now. It's thinking about loading. Oh, goodness gracious. This is the issue that we have with Community Zoo 2, though, is there's a lot in it. And I think once we get into it, we'll kind of have a better idea of how it all looks. It's thinking about it. It's trying to load. Okay, here we are. This is Community Zoo. It's actually the first time I've showed the Community Zoo on live. And who knows? Maybe our tour will be a live tour, and maybe I'll do that tomorrow, where we'll do a live tour of the Community Zoo project, and then we can kind of go and tour. But the last time we were here, we toured 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 habitats, 8 habitats right here, and we're missing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 habitats. So we'll start off with our. Oh, it's chugging, that's for sure. Okay, we have the Eucalypt Grove. So I'm pretty sure, and correct me if I'm wrong, this actually comes from Ozzy. He's created another habitat, I think. Don't quote me if I'm wrong. We have the wombat and we have the koala, which makes sense. I'm afraid to unpause this game right now. Oh, it still works. I love the foliage of this, though. So we have our koalas. God, this game is chugging. Hey, Max. We have our quokka. Hey, Severin. You guys came at the right time to come and see our Community Zoo project. Why isn't a koala a bear? Because it didn't meet the koalifications. I love that. That's amazing. This is a really cool walkthrough habitat. I like the change in elevation. So as you guys can tell, this entire habitat, like this entire map is flat. So it's nice to see some additional stuff here. And we even have some restaurants. I really like this. I didn't even know. So I didn't notice this the last time I was here. When I did this tour, I did not notice that this existed. You dropped Horizon Zero Dawn and you immediately came over here. I really like this. But I think what draws everybody's attention is this right here. This is gloriously huge. And I just gotta say, I love the alligator. What did you build this out of? Primitive spheroids. I do wonder who made that. Couldn't be somebody that we know who's currently watching this. I can't believe you made this out of spheres. That's so cool. I love like the upper palette as well going down, and it's such a great job. This is our Community Zoo 2 project. So we're kind of like I was gonna end the stream, but before we did anything, I wanted to come and tour this. We have our founders wall, so we can see Ozzy. We have Ajeen, Max Hatter, Claby, Anika, Ninny and Sparkle, Amazonia by Alfred Supersauce. Yeah, so this says every time that somebody builds within our community zoo, the ask is that you guys come over here and then you leave your tag on here. You can only leave it once, so like if Max did 3 habitats, Max would only have one logo here, but it would let us know all who participated. So if you are seeing this after the fact, which, like I said, we'll probably do an actual official live tour tomorrow, because I'm going to have to play around with the game a little bit and maybe get rid of some of the animals. I don't know. So just so it runs a little bit better, but this is where you leave your information, and then you come down here. We have this giant. We're at Amazonia, so let's dive in and take a quick look at what's going on in here. Max is the fantastic Max is the one creating the map for us as well. So I want to say thank you very much to Max for all of that work as well. Oh my god. This is so beautiful. I like the call out because these are Drax birds. So we have like a little aviary inside. And we have an aquarium. I love the fish. And then we have our spectacled caimans. This looks amazing. Hang on, can we get down? I want to take a look at it from down here. Get out of here, Max. Get. Your maps help to keep everybody on point. I love the upper. Oh snap! I didn't realize that this was actually a fully enclosed viewing station. We have a habitat. This is for the axolotl. Probably did not pronounce that correct. And then we have an aquarium. I love the fish. By Moto Moto. Thank you for calling out the owners of the blueprints, because these are really cool. I'm just going to pause the game. Hopefully we can get a little bit more out of it. So technically yes, anybody can take this zoo. So it actually lives on the workshop, and then people are more than welcome to download it at any time, and they can play around with it, take from it what they want. Oh snap! This is really cool. And explore it in their own time. So we encourage anybody to take a look, and that's why we really have that creator wall, so that people can actually go and look at it and see who all participated. We ask that people kind of leave their names on their own habitat so people know who built what. But it's meant to be a community zoo project for the community, and the community is not like Gunther's Gaming or Gunther's Gaming Corner or whatever. It's the Planet Zoo community as a whole. This is amazing. Is it all the same? Are they all the same? Wandering spider, giant centipede, Goliath bird eater, and the pink tarantula. I like how so when you selected these, Alfred, did you pick them based off of the terrarium style that you had, or like was it kind of just like you were picking what you loved the most? Because this looks fantastic. I like how it's hidden, but they all look so similar. But so they look like they belong together, which is why I ask. Because this is amazing. It's gorgeous. How many nooks and crannies do you have in this build? And then we kind of come up here. I love the foliage wall. So we were already on the other side, because this is where we came up originally, I think. It worked out really well. I think you did a fantastic job with putting them all together the way you did. Okay, it's giving me a hard time. Doesn't want me to. Yeah, okay, we came from here. Come out here. Oof, okay. And then the way it works is everybody, so like we have a sign up sheet. So if you do want to participate, we have a sign up sheet that's set up so that nobody builds for the same animal. We might get some popping as we kind of walk through here. I love it. This is really cool. I like how it's set up. No, so no limit. The way we were setting it up was that people had to. We wanted to give enough people the opportunity to sign up if they wanted to sign up before we would open up to the second round. So depending on what happens, because I have a feeling Community Zoo 2 will get to the point where it's just broken, where like nobody can load it anymore because there's so much going on, or it's too much of a hassle to kind of build in. Which, as you can tell, my computer is definitely getting to that point. Alfred, Jesus, man, this is I can't believe this looks like it's one tree. So I recently last year, I went to Mexico, and they have these parks called like Scarab parks. And this reminds me very much of the aviary at Scarab Park. Some more, and then that's the exit down there. And then what's up here? Oh, I love the fruit. So this would be for birds to come and kind of like settle down on and eat, or sorry, not birds, butterflies. I love this. And then I just like I've This is really cool. I still can't get over the alligator. And does it have a tail too? Did you have a tail come out of the back? Yes, there it is. The only thing you're missing is the other leg right here. You know what? Actually, you know what I'm gonna do, Max? I'm gonna do the tour live tomorrow. I think we'll do a full tour live tomorrow. I'll record it at the same time, and then what'll end up happening is I'll upload it as a video for people who don't want to watch the live stream. But then we'll be able to see it all in its glory, and we can kind of experience it together. And because I don't think I've ever actually done a tour for a live tour. I'll have to do some research though, because I need to figure out who built what. Silence, please. What do we have here? So we have the Jaguar. Is it just one giant Jaguar happen? Oh my god. Well, you have time if you want to go back in and re-upload it with a fourth leg. This looks really cool. I love this already. This is giving me kind of like really cool exploratory vibes. Okay, hold on. There's so much going on here. So we have the news throw mission. They have one of their dens. I love how you have like the video, like the images going into the den, and then you have the webcams set up. Oh, so this is kind of like where the cubs would go, so you'd be able to kind of see the cubs here. I love the like the little eatery, like this little like horchata. I don't know who wrote this. I actually have to figure this. That's what I have to do research. I have to figure out who built what, because this is truly amazing. I feel like I've just been transported from a completely different world. Hey, Kate. We're kind of having a pre-tour of the of Community Zoo because we have a lot to go through. The birthing area, the Jaguar birthing area, conservation, education, the watchtower. Oh, that's really cool. This is a fantastic build too. We have our Jaguar habitat, which we've already toured. That came from Jean Tide. This is all from Sori. We have our pandas over here. I think we only have like 3 more habitats to take a look at. Oh my god, it's a hobbit house. That is just, I'm so amazed by this. Who would have thought? Actually, I know who would have thought because I saw somebody. Wowie actually had a video on their channel about building a hobbit house. This is so cool. So yeah, so when we do, so I'm going to schedule it. I'm going to schedule it today. We'll do a live tour of the Community Zoo project. We'll schedule it for tomorrow. Give everybody ample time to join. That's so cool. And then we can tour it together, and then I'll know exactly who built what. I'll have like a little page, like a cheat sheet for me. And then we have our polar. I want to say our polar bear habitat. Is this our polar bear? Yeah. How do you measure up? Classic. I love the different colors. Education signs. Even I love this. I actually really like this education sign. Hey, Dubious. Yo, this polar bear habitat looks beautiful. Right? It is all about the rock work. And if you look off in the distance, you can see like a gingerbread house just sticking out. I wonder who built that. Max. But this looks amazing. I love the little statue. How just that's like the foliage work, the rock work, the sight lines with the gingerbread house, 100%. Just seals the deal. And then we have I think we have our staff area as well. Yo, this staff area looks fantastic, actually. Okay, I'm getting distracted by our staff area. Hang on. I wanted to check out these buildings over here. We have tons of like sight lines, which are amazing. And then we have our backstage area. I love it when people do like a fully fledged I love this actually. This is amazing. I love the attention to detail here. And we just have like the pens or the dens, I guess. God, you can. I feel like my frame rate is just collapsing every time I turn. I love the HVAC work on the roof. Okay, and then I think we've already seen this habitat. This is the cougar habitat, I think. The lynx habitat. And then we have a staff area somebody put together already. Yo, this staff area is just as detailed. Holy moly. Is that Indonesian brick as well? Yeah. Super versatile piece right there, if you're looking for that modern day look. Okay, and then I think our last habitat, I want to say, is right here. Max, can you write? Is this the last habitat? And then this came from Sparkle Storm. Yeah, welcome to the Fennec Fox Hotel. Or hole, sorry. Can you spot all 8? So there's 8 Fennec Foxes. Meet our foxes, explore the burrows, discover the Sahara. Hang on. I think we can actually explore this one with our Explore mode. Yo, I love the rock work. Like creating that little den. Here's our first 2 Fennec Foxes. Yo, I love their ears. Hey, Marie. I love their ears. They're just so... Fennec Foxes are just adorable. We have like a. Would this be a backstage area? Like, or this like a kind of looks like a. Oh yeah, okay, storage room. Oh, I love the little Planet Zoo photo. Kind of leads to the Jeep, like a little area to kind of drop off everything. I love it. Okay, so hang on. There's a lot to tour here. Each of these habitats are super unique and super amazing. Oh, they're like little terrariums for foliage, so you can kind of read up on the foliage of every area. That's really cool. So we're only touring the new ones, but we'll do a quick flyover of all the old habitats as well. And I love them. Hey, Nausicaa. Don't worry about it. So I was saying that we're just kind of doing like a pre-tour. I'm gonna schedule an official tour tomorrow. So it'll be scheduled, and then I'll remind everybody about it. So you'll be able to see the full tour, and then it's not gonna be so like last minute. Lots of time. Discover the 5 regions of the Sahara Desert. Ooh, interesting. I love the use of the decals to create the merge between the two. Just like all these really cool small details. Every build truly fantastic. So we have Wadi. Oh, hang on. I think my music just cut out. We'll definitely take a look at the elephant and hippo before we. Well, you know what? Hang on. Before we close it off, we have a few other habitats. If you guys want to see any habitats, we can take a quick look at them after we finish here. So just drop the habitats off in the chat. You know, we'll definitely do the elephant and hippo habitat. I love it. Maybe we'll do a live stream. We'll just do a full tour of the entire zoo. Maybe we'll just do that instead. It'll be really long, but I think it'll be worth it. We have the Oasis. I like how they're each individual sections. You can kind of just go and tour. So it's almost like it reminds me of what's the word I'm looking for? It's New York. It's one of the gardens in the park, or in New York. The Reg. Oh, is this kind of like a... Can you dig a foxhole? Oh my god, I love this. The kids could come in and just dig a foxhole. That's amazing. And it leads up into an additional habitat. This is so cool. We'll do a more in-depth tour tomorrow. Don't get me wrong. Okay. Let's do. So we wanted to take a look at the hippo and elephant. They're right over here. Is that right? Yeah, right here. I remember touring this the first time, and I thought it was truly amazing. Ah, speak of the devil, there's the hippo right there, just hanging out. It is very reminiscent of that fossil dig I was talking about in the Discord. So we have our hippos. I thought that the part that really got me when I first toured it was in here. The amount of work that you would have to put in to create all this rock work is just truly stunning. I loved it. And then if we kind of like peek through this wall a little bit, this is the elephant side. So when I first toured it, so the way I was touring originally was that I wasn't taking a look in advance. So I could hear the elephant in the background as I was touring another build. And then I came over here and I started on the other side, I think, when I first started touring it. And I saw the hippos and I was like, that's really weird. Where is the elephant coming from? and then I came to the other side and I saw the elephant. I totally didn't even realize that they had been split up that way, and I thought it was so cool. Because it's, you don't realize that they're two separate habitats. It's actually two separate habitats built into one. So you would never have known. And a good call out as well, if you guys build something in the build or in the community zoo, so like here's a good example. So I think there was like a photo here, but I don't have it. So if you want me to add the photo so that we can continue to see them every time we do a tour and stuff like that, just DM them to me. Let me know, and then I'll go in and add them in, and we'll be good to go. But what my favorite part of this build actually was the backstage. I thought the backstage was really cool, like hyper detailed backstage. You're gonna have to go back through though, and you're gonna have to add in the actual hail bays now. The hail bay. Oh my god. Hay bales. Why did I say hay? Did I say hail bales? Nausicaa, we were looking at your jaguar habitat. It was fantastic. I loved it. Again, and like the details, like the roof details, I didn't even see this when I was touring it the first time. Like having like a little pool to kind of relax. Hold up. You even have a webcam set up. We should probably... Can we take a look at... How many webcams do we have? Oh, that one's sideways. So do I always forget up the webcams. Nausicaa, I think this is yours. I thought your build was amazing. We're going to do a full tour tomorrow. We'll do a full tour, and we'll take a look. Oh, there's a bar in the way there. We have 52 webcams, over 50 webcams set up. Oh, there's a good shot of our elephants. I paused the game to help the game run in the background. %90 of them are probably in the elephant. I'm pretty sure they're duplicated. So that might have been my fault when we were kind of mucking around with the habitat or the zoo file. We have our fallow deer. I thought this was a really cool walkthrough habitat for our fallow deer, red foxes, and I want to say there's a moose in here maybe. Could be wrong. Fairy Tale Forest. This was an amazing build as well. I love the old windmill. Okay, let's take a look at. Let me get situated over here. The Jaguar. Is it the Jaguar Temple or is this the? Okay, settle down there. So this is the temple built from Jean. Cloud Temple. I thought this was really cool too. Have you ever thought of like when you're building something and then you look at this and you're like, oh snap, like I definitely built my thing wrong. This is how I felt when I started Iguazu and I was looking at this. I was like, oh, it's like I built my zoo wrong. Oh, they're right here. So we missed them the last time. We couldn't see them because they didn't show up on camera for us. But oh, look at these guys just taking a little nap. This is perfect. I thought this was a crazy build. But yeah, so that's our Community Zoo 2 project. This Nausicaa, I definitely was wowed by this one. I was wowed by all of them. I was saying before you joined that I felt that I'd been transported into a completely different area of the world when I saw this. I thought that was really cool. And then, of course, I think everybody can see quite a few additional empty spots. And each empty spot is another habitat, with the exception of, I think, the center spots are usually reserved for staff buildings. I think that's a staff building area. I want to say this is a staff area. Staff area right there. Another one right here. So if you want to build staff areas, by all means, you guys are more than welcome to come and hang out, build some staff areas as well. But I think we're going to end it there, and we'll schedule a full live tour of our community build. The Fennec Fox, this was really cool as well. I thought this was amazing. I think every build was amazing. I love the Hobbit houses. Where are the Hobbit houses? All the way over here. Yeah, here we go. Hobbit houses. With some armadillo, 9 banded armadillos. Are these 2 separate habitats? I thought this was really well done. Again, just like seeing the Hobbit houses was pretty cool. All right, folks, let's end it there before I get too enamored by what's happening, and then we don't even have to do a tour tomorrow. So we will do a live stream tour. Like I said, I'm going to post it right after this. We'll schedule it, post it, be all ready to go, and then we'll hang out. I'm probably going to say it might take like an hour and a half to do a full tour. Oh my god, Dave, was his name Pippin? So we'll do a full tour tomorrow, and then we'll do a tour of all the old ones. After we do the tour of all the new ones, we'll do a quick fly through of all the old ones as well, so everybody can see them. And I'll have to go write down everybody's names because I will forget. So we have, oh my god, we have Frodo. Hang on a second. Samwise. Pippin. Where is he? He's buried in a bush, so I can't even see him. Hang on. Who was it that was saying that we had way too many animals? 398 animals in here. So I will go through. We're probably going to send a few off. Release them back in the wild. Because we have a lot. We'll have to turn on some auto management. Frodo, Merry, Pippin. There you go. Custom cheese. Custom Caesars and everything. I love this. Okay, cool. We're going to end it there. Thank you for hanging out with me for the last 2.5 hours. This is really cool. I will make sure that we schedule the full live tour for tomorrow. So keep an eye out for that. And thanks for hanging out with me today. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys had a lot of fun. I know I did. And thanks for helping me build some really cool, amazing things. I will not release some jaguars into the wild. I will let you know that. I will focus more on those butterflies. We need to eliminate some butterflies. But that's it, guys. I am gonna say enough is enough because I can ramble on and then we'll never leave. So thank you very much for hanging out with me, guys, today, and I wish you guys all a fantastic rest of your day. And as always, ciao for now.